Howdy everybody, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Vlogger Wade coming back to you from 6 months of nothing. Start off slow. I'm probably not going to make the best videos in the world in the beginning because it's going to take a while to shake the mothballs off, you know. It's happened to me and stuff that's going on this summer. Fill you all in a little bit by little bit as we go. I don't know how to make a structured, at this point in time, don't know how to make a structured video just telling the whole thing. It wasn't nothing. I had to take off YouTube, and I'll let y'all know as we go, but it wasn't nothing. It was, I had to get off for a little bit. I made an attempt today. Dirt Perfect, thank you so much, Dirt Perfect, and Lord Muck, thank you so much, Muck. I love you, buddy. I love you like a brother, man. They decided to give me the push I needed to get off the sidelines and get back in here at whatever extent this turns out being, and I'll do the best I can and start off slow and finally get ourselves into some, maybe get the ball moving again. But it's going to take me a little bit. It's going to take a little bit to get this ball moving. I fired up this computer first time in 6 months yesterday. So I haven't looked at my YouTube in 6 months. So we're going to dive in here and get started. So here's what the first attempt at making a video. Guys, this is actually the first video that I've done in a long time, so kind of bear with me. I'm gonna be kind of rusty. I'm trying to remember how to do all my stuff. It's been 6 months since I've done a video. And Dirt Perfect and Lord Muck has decided that it's time for me to shake off the butterflies and get back into it. And they pretty much told me I owe it to you guys to do it also, and I do. I'm sorry for leaving everybody like I did. I had to handle a few things and get a few things took care of and then come back. And in doing so, I kind of screwed up to where I didn't do the proper unveil for Blackie that Dan deserved, because Dan done a great job on Blackie. I'm telling you, Blackie is back, and Blackie is freaking awesome. Now, my God, I love this truck. It feels like home again. Me and this truck, I tell you, it's been something. Wow, it is tight. Oh, so I can't get used to this transmission though. When they fix this transmission, it's an RTLO 13, and when they fix this thing, it works so much better than it did. I screw up the shift and I just crammed gears and it dropped right in. I've never drove a transmission like this. They redone it down there at Chandler. I forget the daggone CTC transmission. They done it, and they done one heck of a job. I'm here to tell you it's something else. But now let's cut to the chase here. The guys, we're all things that I haven't been on here in 6 months, and let me tell you, in 6 months' time, everything's went for a roof. Everything's changed. It's completely different. It's nuts. It's hard to believe how much can change in 6 months. That blows my mind. And that was kind of neat about this little hiatus. Was how much change in that amount of time. chunk of mud right on the daggum camera. I don't know how it's affecting the video, but it can't be good. We'll get there in a minute, we'll wipe it off. But anyways, we're moving to, they're moving to Crane. And they're gonna start there for the winter. It is, whatever, it's almost December. It's like November, the end of it. But they're gonna start there. And I'm staying back towards the mill, and me and John move. If I can get him in here, get him a rolling, me and him might go and do some logging in Harrison County. Since we left you guys, this company's changed quite a bit. We are buying gate logs now. It took me a while to learn it. And kudos to Kaufman's Corbett, Gabhart Logging, and I know I'm missing people. Daggone it. Jason McMarples, Marples Logging, Gabhart. There's a couple others that acts like they might bring us a little bit. But these guys in the beginning, I was cheap. Of course, the market's been in the toilet. It's been in the toilet for 2 years. It ain't been worth a budge pickle for 2 years. But not only just the low markets, I started out paying terrible. We actually, it's a long story short, but we actually couldn't compete in low grade. And when you cut the whole tree, I'll try to throw a picture up, Tater, show them the woods down here. You're buying a tree on a stump. If you're a logger, put yourself in a logger's shoes. Now, our jobs as loggers is to see that the landowner gets paid well for his timber. If we are to do that, we have to utilize the tree, and we have to mine markets for all different parts of the hardwood tree, which is way more extensive than I would assume the softwood world is. But that's just a guess. I'm not trying to be arrogant. But I mean, oh, it is wet here. Boy, it is wet here. Ew. Well, I'm gonna get some more mud on the camera, guys, but I'll wipe it off as soon as I get in here and get turned. Why is the skidder park right in the freaking way? Alright, if you lock, if you please. Why is the skidder right in the freaking way? I guess I get my trailer there. This is a job we just did. I yarded with the den. I don't know what we'll call it yet. I'm taking names for the new den. More details of that later. We've got a new den. Because the old den got toasty. And that was a mess. I hope I didn't just run over the wide load sign back there. Why is this? Oh, we can get in there. See, that's the part I've been missing. Blackie pretty much knows how to drive. I don't know how to drive, but Blackie does. And Blackie pretty much always took care of me in the past. So then, once Blackie went down, I actually had to learn how to drive truck. And I never did drive real good. Never did learn how to drive real good. But once I got Blackie back, it's back. Blackie hasn't forgot a thing. Oh, come on. Forgot to put the power divider in. There's one hub that don't lock up. It's the back, and you can't steer this thing when it's locked in. You can when it's empty, but you can't when it's got anything on it at all. You lock it in, she goes straight. Okay. So I'm keeping the old dozer, because if I go logging, I'm going to take the old one with me. And it has a track that keeps coming off. This track, it keeps throwing this track. I don't know what's going on. I haven't looked into it yet. But it's got the Well, let me ask you guys. It's got that, I don't know what you call it. I call it a trunnion mount track thingamabob. It mounts back there. There's bearings back there, which I haven't checked for lash or nothing. And there's a bar that runs, stabilizer bar that runs across, and it kind of floats in the, so it floats on each side a little bit. I don't know if that's it. I couldn't get in there to see if the front idler bearings are out of the front idler or anything like that. But this track, it keeps coming off. Her big daddy back there going on when he's logging this job. This tracks flew off of that gum piece of junk, and I don't know. He's don't think he was too happy about it. So anyways, what I was trying to get to earlier is when I started buying the logs, which NHLA come in and trained me. And they, look at that. Look at that, did you? I better ran over that and pulled a son of a buck off. Oh yeah, I did, because boy, it broke some stuff. Boy, I tell you, when it comes to breaking something, pretty much got it covered. In case you was wondering. I know everybody was wondering, hey, does he break stuff? Well, hell yeah, he does. Put that there. I can't get it straightened up. Get a vision together. I read a book about Richard Branson, Virgin Mobile. He's from the British Virgin Islands, where Richard Branson lives. And that's where his company operated out of. So like Virgin Mobile, Virgin Airlines, Virgin Trains, Virgin Blue, Virgin Records, all that stuff's ran from the British Virgin Islands down there with Richard Branson. And he talks about in his book about how he's the way he's what's that thing called when you're messed up in the head? Not dyslexic. Dyslexic. It's dyslexic. Well, when you're like your stuff don't go together right. So he suffers from that. And I think I'm like, well maybe I need to buy an island because I think like that. Oh, but anyways. I have trouble putting stuff together because of this. And I'm going to do this 4 corners, pulling down on each angle. And try to cheat and hold the blade secure at the same time I'm pulling forward on the dozer, so I can, without a better explanation, be lazy. Because I'm like trying to shave time. You know, the most crucial thing in life is time. Some people think it's money, but no, it's time. All right, let me back this in here and get it hooked back. Okay, so anyways, come on, brain. Look at Dan's interior. It's dirty now. I gotta clean the daggone thing, but look at the interior Dan's working here. It's so daggone beautiful in here, and it needs clean. It's all dusty because I ain't hooked my air conditioner. I was impatient. Towards the end of the summer, I was like, I'm gonna get it running. It's got like a small charge in the air conditioning system, so the system's sealed up and got a trickle charge in there. But I got and oil, the oil in the compressor. But it's fine. I just want to start running. Didn't have time to wait around and fart around. First had to start trying to condescend at the mill to get better low grade because that was our weakness. We didn't have markets for the low grade wood, and in doing so we come on to cross ties, and this low grade lumber, this low grade stuff, come on Bracky, and this low grade stuff, the cross ties have turned out to be what the trick is that took us to get us over the hump. So we are now set to where we can pay good money for logs, good as we can, and actually have a market for it. Now they're still not happy because everybody's used to the Corona prices now. Sorry, Corona ain't coming back. Well, I hope not. I hope Corona ain't coming back. But we're back to the new normal. We're back to like 2018 pricing type of thing before the total, for the lack of better words, terms, eat shit and die situation happened on Corona. So hopefully things will be better now. But I don't know, the markets are not coming back fast because they say the demand ain't here. And I'd say the demand ain't here for our industry because of the going green mess. And I'm not trying to talk down no going green mess. I ain't trying to get political. I don't really care. But talk about there's not the demand that there was. And a lot of it's going to be your interest rates, I guess. But it's not there. But there's finally been enough people that's thrown in the towel, baby boomers, stuff like that, to where there is room to at least break a profit. And that's all I care about, is being in the black. So that's where we've been, struggling to get all that stuff done, struggling to get our equipment running again. We lost a skidder and lost a din-din this summer, and we've had to replace them. It's been a task. Of course, when we replace them, I'm like, well, I don't just want to replace them, I want to see if I can turn into somewhat of an upgrade, because what burnt down was mechanically sound, and I don't want to buy too much of a headache from somebody else. Although, because it's got to turn dollars, although, and with a lot, you know, we don't have a lot of extra people to go messing around trying to restore an old shitter skidder, you know. Don't get me wrong, been there, done it. Not a bad financial decision if you're out there buying an old machine, wanting to fix it up. Not a bad decision at all. I support that 100%. But it all depends on your cash flow and what you got to have moving in your company, you know, to whether or not you can pull that off. And I just don't think right now we can pull it off. Maybe later. That low boy you all seen, those of you that's been on my channel a while, you've seen us buy that low boy a few years ago. Got it all ready to go. I got it down to I could probably finish it in a week and a half. But that week and a half and the money to be spent to buy the stuff for the deck, it ain't in the budget, time-wise or money-wise right now. So that thing's still on the book. It's still, you know, it still ain't there. Now I'm gonna try cheat. If I go around this joint here, I'll be pulling forward on the dozer and down on the blade. Hopefully I can cheat them. Truck drivers is looking for an easy way out. There goes me again. So, I don't know, just being silly. That's what our summer's been. We had some personnel issues in the mill. That's been a struggle. In doing so, I'm gonna spare y'all the blood curdling details, and it pretty much was what actually was blood curdling details, because it actually got to that because of the way I feel, my mismanagement is the way I look at it. And we got good men, they didn't need to be exposed to that, and they was, because I didn't do my job good enough. So to do my job good enough at the sawmill, I learned how to grade lumber. NHLA trained me to do that. Also, any of your training needs around a sawmill, and a hardwood sawmill, NHLA is where you go for it. They are good. They got good people. That's the way I call it, people that's working with people. See, just because you can do a job, let me just get up on my old stump. Let's have a stump speech for a second. Just because you can do your job, all fine and dandy, even if you're say driving this truck, say you're the best at driving this truck ever was. So you're the #1 trucking man ever was. That's good. You be the #1 man trucker ever was. But if you had a fleet of trucks and you had to take care of other men driving trucks or ladies, them skills don't cross over. So to learn them, I think they call them soft skills, but to learn the soft skills, that's a whole nother animal. And for me, I was always a left brain type of guy. Study everything. I see the world through a schematic. You know what I mean? And I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to learn how things work, learn how to deal with people, and get better at dealing with people, because I do care. That's the thing, I do care. It's just I wasn't smart enough. I cared, but I wasn't smart enough to manage it. Well, then through reading and through some experiences, some pretty bad and some really good, I've learned more about how to manage and help our people. And I had to learn how to grade to do that. And between our people teaching me how to grade, thanks to Hartwick, Davey, Perry, and Matt and Mikey and all the guys, all the gang, Rick and Ball, they all kind of took me in under their wing and taught me. And then and in return, what I done is help them help each other, you know, not kill each other. Lord Jesus. I said, oh Lord Jesus, 34. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. You ain't got to sit there. You can imagine being in her situation if I wasn't around, you know, getting frustrated, you know, daggone, somebody needs to do something about this. Well, where they at? Well, they're gone or in the woods, you know, so I had to kind of learn to stay back in the mill. Well, that kind of dumped the woods on Derek and them, and they did all right through the summer, you know, they did good. They picked some good patches, and Derek's a good cutter, man. Better than I am, I bet you. But, they did their thing, and everything worked out okay. And then the log buying program finally started on board. It was a slow start, but it finally started on board and got to picking up. There's the woods down there. So there's what I was trying to get a picture of earlier. You can see, you know, you're harvesting the whole tree. So you need to be able to do something with the whole tree. So if you're just buying grade like we was trying to do, you're not being a service to the logger, because he's got to get rid of the low grade too. And you're like, well, if the price is too cheap on the low grade, you know, it's just like taking a hit on a grade. You can't, you know, you got to get everything up. Had to learn how to take care of the center of the tree, which is normally 25 to 45 cent a foot stuff. And if you can turn that into where ties are right now, well, then that gives you enough wiggle room in that heart to raise the price up enough to be able to justify buying the stuff. And that's what we finally did. And I think I got some more room I can raise. I'm working on, oh, Black Egg, look what you did. But I got more room to raise it up and get it up there where it needs to be. And I know I should be asking y'all about that. But what I'm trying to say is I got a little bit more to go, and then I'll be a daggone good log buyer. I'm good on my stick. When I started in with the guys, even when I was priced a little cheap, I said, now I want to be good on the stick, and I want to have a reputation of being good on the stick and not being stingy. Daggone, somebody's stingy on the stick. It's just they get you in the butt just as good as somebody that's stingy on the footage price per foot. You know, if everything's a deduction, well, daggone, you're stealing from them. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be the guy that's got a habit or got a reputation of being, you know, thieverish minded on the foot. You know, I want to be known for the guy that if you haul load in there, by golly, you're gonna get paid for that son of a buck. You bring it in there, you know. So, oh, well, I didn't even hear. Got to talk and forgot to drive. But once I get that perfected, I want to have a reputation of having that good. And we did another logging job, so we're bringing it. So I tried to single-handedly bring on this second end end, get this rotoback head fixed up to the second end end, the new end end. Well, new to us end end. That's a whole nother story there. But get that all worked out, get that thing running and working, and then get to work on the skidder. The skidder took the back seat, and then by the time we got to where we got a skidder, everybody was at wit's end about skidder around here. But we finally got us our very first tiger cat. But I'm gonna get off here, get this Dozer pulled back to the mill. Hope everybody enjoyed this. let me know what you think. Let me know what you want out of this channel. I'm like I said, I'm practically starting over as a rookie again. So let me know what you want. Freaking check break. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll try to get it to y'all. Thank y'all for watching and everything, and everybody have a wonderful daggone day, and don't forget to smile. Later.